Sorry, I just wanted to finish this chapter.
That's okay. How was lunch?
It's okay. I'm feeling a little bit better now.
I went and got my weapons license. Listen, I had a few questions, but not all of them are about Victor and you. Um,
Okay.
is it okay to ask you some questions since we had that talk in the mayor's office? Can I ask you some questions now?
I'll see what questions I can answer.
Okay. You had mentioned that you're remembering certain things about what happened that day. Is that I, I think you mentioned that to me when we first met. My question is, every time you remember something, do you go to the police and talk to them about that?
When I remembered what someone looked like, yeah.
Okay, so they do know they are doing an investigation then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And have you happen to remember anything recently?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me, or do you not feel comfortable with that yet?
Well, I did want to tell you the names that you got, they don't necessarily line up with the names that I got. So,
Well, the Antonio Rossi name
yeah.
was the very first name that I got, and Trash Man did tell me he could be mistaken on that. I put it down just because it was a name I don't know, that was first associated with it, and that name got me three other names. So yeah, like I said, they're just potential. That's they could, the public, the person I spoke to might just be messing with me. I just wrote down the names, and that's why I was giving those names out.
Oh, you spoke to Trash Man?
Yeah, he was the first one who told me that the Antonio Rossi might have witnessed the events. But like I said, then I talked to him at a later date, and he wanted to clarify that I think there was something about a bowler or something, a hat, and that the Antonio Rossi always wears a certain type of bowler.
No. Uh, there's two separate people. One has a fedora with a purple stripe, which I'm told Antonio Rossi does wear, but it's also worn by somebody else named Tommy.
I see, yeah, but that's where the names came from basically, and the other three names came from some guy I met down in Vespucci Beach.
Do you remember
Um,
his name?
Tony, yeah, Tony.
I don't know a
Okay,
Tony.
he told me you guys were really good friends.
Tony?
I think that's what his name was. I put him in my contacts so I can verify that.
Yeah, maybe his PO because
Okay, I can, yeah, because I wrote down his contact information because he gave it to me because he said if he can help in any way, get in touch with him.
and what names did he tell you?
He told me the. Let me pull out the paper. Okay. Donnie, the
You
boxing promoter. Um, a guy named Cade, and I can't read the last one. My lawyer has the list of names. Bryce and Alfie. I gave them the piece of paper with the names on it.
they wouldn't tell me it's like client lawyer confidentiality.
Yeah, but I can ask them and find out what the third name was. But I'm positive about Donnie and Cade because
Cade was on
Donnie,
the
I believe, was the
survey.
boxing promoter. I'm sorry.
When I went to go, I think I was recording responses and Victor was asking the questions. So
Yeah, we
I
talked about that up at the mayor's office.
yeah, I had Cade Bowler and I saw the guy with the that had the bowler hat. He it's like they don't wear it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they're looking different. When I saw the guy with the fedora, that's how I remembered his face. He's not wearing his fedora that much.
Hmm.
It's like he's in and he's out of it.
Well, just give you an update. The My lawyers did a FOIA request for all the information from my cousin, and according to him, they got a boatload of stuff, but they got to filter through it, and they're going to meet with me tomorrow. So we'll see what comes out of that.
All I know is it was possibly an argument. That's why, like in the mayor's office, when you said you're just gonna go around and ask questions, I don't think that's such a good idea. Because we asked questions.
Yeah, but like I said up there, that depends what the question. Like I looked over the survey, and the senseless questions, Victor had been asking them for years and never got in any kind of trouble with.
His once you throw in the other ones, it
The
was
combination?
apparently it was an idea to like throw a blind date auction this month.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that up there too.
Yeah, so if you ask
Is
those same questions again, you might get a negative reaction.
Well, no, like I said, as far as those same questions, I'm not going to go out and ask those again. But and when I said in his honor, Victor's honor at IVS, that's all after this is all he gets justice. I'm not about trying to find out that kind of stuff right now because that's not my number one goal right now is to find him justice. Which brings me to the third thing on a bit of a unrelated topic. Um, I don't know if you heard me say it up there, but I'm going to stick around and I'm going to follow through on the dream, and which means I may as well get to work while I'm just standing around, not doing anything. So at the town hall, did the mayor say that city council seats are open until the election starts?
Yes.
Okay. I've been told that you're the best poster maker in the city for billboards. Is that true?
I do okay. I think I'm one of the two people that advertise poster making. Well, I don't advertise it, but it sounds like it's getting around.
Well, what do you pay? What do you charge?
I was told $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, she said like make poster making like it's art, and people should pay properly for their art. Cause something about she threw a party and people gave her like $10,000 just for coming to her party. And it's just that people really don't have much to do with their money.
Uh, Gotta spend money to make money, I guess. There you go.
You, why do you have $1,000 in your pocket?
I did some trucking today with my brand new CDL license.
Yeah,
But okay, so I will send in a letter to city announcing that I intend to be a candidate for city hall, and
city
this is what I
council.
city council rather. Sorry, and I guess we need to get a picture of me. And all I want to say is Robert Daynob for honesty and integrity. And my slogan is 50% of the time, I'll be there 100% of the time.
That is such a confusing statement.
I know.
Like half the time you'll work really, really hard. So
50% of the
what are you
time.
doing the other half of the time?
Well, it might be more than 50% of the time, but I still have some outside the city commitments. and depending on when the council meetings are, I might not be able to make them. So I want to be honest and have integrity, and the way I do that is tell them 50% of the time I'll be there 100% of the time.
Okay. Well, make sure you take your pictures and mail them to me, so that way, I assume you would need it by tomorrow, because tomorrow is like the last official day to get in. Cause
I'm paying you $1,000 and you can't even take my picture.
you can't get me the source material because I have to do the flyers, and then I have to do the words and the scaling. Oh, it's a lot of work. And then I have to make
Okay.
I have to make your picture look good.
Yeah. I mean, this face will do that.
Well, you can't just put it anywhere. Like, what if I just take it and I make it a small little box in the corner? And then I put your words like all over your picture, so that way you can't even see your face.
Well, wait a minute. I just gave you $1,000.
See?
It just
So
seems
what
to
I
make me
do is
look
hard
bad.
too. So that's why, like, wherever, like, pick a backdrop, like wherever you think it would look good. Like maybe you're standing in front of the ocean or in front of the police department. Like, you can have any number of settings that just like run through your mind.
Can I fax that to you?
Sure, that'd be fine.
Okay. That's what I'll do then. All right, I better go get that done since we kind of have a deadline going.
Yeah, because you're the only candidate that nobody knows.
Yeah.
One's on
Um,
TV and one's like a rock star.
and it's just little old me. Um, um, yeah, because before he got a bunch of stuff, because they still can't come up with find out what happened to the autopsy. But I was thinking that if there's a open investigation with you, then Victor has to be mentioned in that also. Because what I'm still very very worried about, because even I can't believe that the police haven't heard that they told me that it was a car accident, and I'm worried that they're just going to shuffle all that under the rug. So I'm wondering why, if since Victor was with you when this stuff happened, that should be documented on your, like added to your file or whatever they call it.
I'm not sure how they do their notes because, like I told you, I had to figure out that I got to the hospital with somebody. I wasn't even told at the hospital.
Yeah. Okay.
So if they notate the same way the doctors do, they probably have this file on Kelly and then this file on Victor. Because sometimes when I mention it, um, they listen to what my injuries were, and then I mention your cousin, and they're like, oh, it was that incident. So they're literally like notating us as two separate individuals, even though it was the same accident.
Well, let me ask: is there a like a person that you talk to? Was there someone leading the investigation?
Yeah, you had it on the autopsy you showed me. Sal?
So the same person that did Victor is also handling yours,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't know that they connect.
I'm hoping they do. I just think that they're writing it in two separate documents, but they should just merge that into like one big file. It was the same
Because
incident.
that guy, Spagoni, he's the one who gave me that incident report.
And I'm not listed
And
in there?
no, because it's just talking about my injuries, the EMS. It's the EMS report. I showed you that.
Oh, the
Remember, and you
investigation
made
of
a
the
copy.
autopsy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
See, and that's
when
all
I
it's
went
got? That's weird.
in and talked to him, um, because they when I went in to get that report, the sheriff, whoever, got him, and I even mentioned the car crash. I'm here about my cousin who died in a car crash, And that's where I'm so confused. If he's working on the same report, same case with that involves both of us, oh, this isn't a car crash. That's what scares me. Are they not even investigating what happened to us? This is why I'm having a little trouble trusting right now. You okay?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, like,
I
I
don't.
tell them stuff when I remember stuff, but yeah, I don't feel, because they never actually. I mean, if the investigation is to help me get justice, like, wouldn't you follow up with me, like, based on the description that you gave? Yeah, we talked to this person. I haven't heard of any, like, steps taken to forward it, so I just write it down in my journal when I remember stuff.
Okay. Well, I don't want to push you too hard. I appreciate what you told me. And I got to go, I guess, get some new clothes on and go take a picture. All right. Um, well, I'm paying you $1,000. Can you at least post it?
Yeah, I can hang it when it's ready.
Thank you so much.
But see, personally, I don't know about 1,000. I
What?
thought it was a little high.
Oh well,
Sometimes I
it's
take less, but I also take gifts too.
oh
Like,
well,
one
I'll give
person
you.
gave me a ruby.
You got $1,000, okay?
You, you don't know where to get a ruby?
Yeah, but I ain't doing it because yeah, I, I didn't like mine and I tried it a few days ago.
Oh, well, there's a bunch of new jobs. There's a new work guy, and he doesn't put stupid screensavers on the computer, but none of those jobs sound like killer jobs, so.
Yeah, I was so enthralled. I got in there and I was looking at it so hard. It's almost like I couldn't stop looking at it unless I still tried one of those jobs.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you just have to, back out of his personal bubble?
Trust me, I tried. Oh, like physically back out?
No.
Yeah.
Like, back
See,
up a few spaces.
yeah, I tried and I was so he was doing such a great sales pitch. I just couldn't do it unless I actually
You
picked a
literally
job.
couldn't escape. Like, he
Nope,
made you sign
nope,
up for a
nope.
job.
Maybe some job. Yep.
Wow. This
Talked me
guy
right
is.
into it.
He's
I
worth
was
the money. He's
this this
way better than the other guy.
I thought I was good at talking people into stuff. Wow. Anyway, let me go get that picture done.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, Kelly. Um, is it okay if I get your postal code, or do just send it to city?
So what?
The picture.
I thought you were faxing it.
Oh, you're right. What's your fax? I don't know that either. Yeah, I'll write it down. Go ahead.
You need, like, the numbers?
Yeah, how am I supposed to? Am I just supposed to like mysteriously know where to fax
Everyone
this
just
to?
faxes it to this. Okay, come on. Talk to the machine.
Hello, machine. How are you?
No, like, get the fax number.
Oh,
This is
okay.
literally how I get it out.
Okay. All right, I see it.
And then when you fax it here, I'll get the photos and then I'll add them to the flyer.
Let me write this down. Wang. Okay.
Wait, Wang?
Wang is this fax number? Wow.
That says Wee Wang.
This right there.
It has another. It has an I in there.
That's a wee Wang.
Yeah.
Honey Wang. All right.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised he paid me that. I think I'd be okay with like 500, and then the price goes up depending on how quick of a turnaround you want. And like if it's a dated event, meaning like how it's February 6th to February 8th for the elections, the price can go down because it's a specific timed event. But if it's timeless, kind of like Alfie's was, and you could just use it whenever, forever, price goes up. Oh god, that's a lot of charting.